Wise Gamer here. Today we're looking at Retro Runner Princess Power for another indie game preview. This game's coming from Stratum Games, and you can see that in the background here as these slides go through. They have done a few other games as well. I'm not going to be covering those ones today. We're going to be talking about Retro Runner only, so I'll go over to that page's website specifically. Basically, I'll let this video kind of play in the background here as I discuss a little bit about the game, and then we'll go into a little bit of gameplay later as well. So I'm going to go ahead and mute the sound on this. There we go. So basically, Princess Power, or Retro Runner Princess Power, is a really cool game. Like I said, it's in closed beta right now. We're going to be looking at iOS and Android in the future, possibly a Facebook app later also. And this is something that you can kind of just play a little bit over time, not necessarily meant to be done all at once. But as you can see on the screen right now, so you're going to start off basically getting sent back to the 8-bit world. So we're talking like old Atari type thing. As you go forward, you're going to be moving through the different generations of gaming, and you're really just playing not just a story of, you know, the normal side-scroller without much of anything as you run through and kind of fight different people, but we're going through like Sega Genesis stage like you kind of see right now, then kind of moving on to like the Super Nintendo almost, and well, I guess it was kind of Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and you can just kind of keep upgrading your video, or sorry about that, upgrading your player as you continue, and that's what you're seeing on screen right now too. There's an actual skill tree in there. There's also boss fights, and it really just kind of plays tribute to all those old types of games. So it starts, you know, with the history of gaming and just like a lot of the old art, music and stuff from pixel art and chip tunes up to high resolution pixels, and then, you know, orchestral scores and things like that too. And something that's really cool is you are playing as the princess in this, and she's actually rescuing herself from this damnation. So it's kind of a twist on the typical story. If you look at like Legend of Zelda, you know, Link's going to be saving Princess Zelda, or Mario saving Princess Peach and things like that. So you're going to have to kind of run and jump through and collect different coins to upgrade yourself and see how far you can go in each level, and then as you upgrade, you'll be able to keep going. As you can see, the game's going to be completely free, and it gets released tomorrow, April 12th. So I really hope you check it out, guys. And without further ado, I think we'll go ahead and jump into the game. Okay guys, we're back right now. So as you can see, the game is loading up. I do have a web version that I'm able to record off of that I was given. This will not be released on the web except for possibly on Facebook in the future. Also, I want to kind of note that this button for free coins is just something in this copy, so I can kind of test out some of the upgrades if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to stick with the basic ones here. So in the settings, we're going to have you know, basic change your language, credits, and sound. Not everything works just yet. You can go to the store and get free coins. You can also, you know, buy 7 different coins because it is free to play, but you can also pay to get extra coins for upgrades faster if you wanted. The different upgrades, you have like the strength basically. You can click each one, it'll tell you. So your birds or homing pigeons do more damage. It's a type of weapon you can pick up, and now they're on steroids, and you can get your you know, shooting a little bit faster with your knives and stuff. We'll kind of talk about that. You can get more health if you wanted to. You can actually get higher jumps, and then your wiseness or your smartness, intellect, whatever you want to call it. Carry extra potions and weapons, and I'll show you those slots. More potions, and then the effects of those are decreased as well, or increased depending on what it is. The negative effects are decreased, I guess you can say. And then stamina, let's see. So you can actually throw longer too. So I'll show you kind of how that stuff works. I do have quite a bit of coins right now because I was going to be doing the upgrades, but I think we'll just kind of show you how it starts off here. So we're going to hit play. And basically, because I did play a little bit earlier, I won't be able to show you the intro storyline, but I got sent back to the 8-bit world, and that's where we are right now. So, very slow runner right now. I don't move very fast or anything, but I'm going to jump over the skull, and spacebar does that for me in the web version. Control lets me drop back down. On the app, I'm sure you'll be swiping up and down, and then tapping to shoot. And then I can... Oh, I didn't see the pitfall. Okay. So even the ending music when you die is great 8-bit in this sense, at least, in that pixel art type form. So one thing I really do like is they allow you to kind of get a little boost to your upgrade power. So Nintendo's Metro Prime was the first game in the series to include what? I think it's going to be underwater mode, but I'm really not sure. But this game is actually going to test your knowledge of gaming, everything from the old school stuff all the way up to current. I've gone through like 4 or 5 of these already, and I haven't had the same question twice, so they've definitely put some thought in it. But the quizzing is just something kind of extra as a little bonus at the end. It's like a little bonus mini game. So we'll say underwater, and I failed. It wasn't the first one to... I mean, it was the first game of the series on Metro's Prime that was... Oh, you know what? That's first-person shooter. Oops. Oh well. We'll hit run again here, though. I'd like to get out of the 8-bit world, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I can click to shoot things out on this one. I think it's going to be tapping on iOS and Android, and then, like I said, swiping, and then control lets me drop back down to kind of avoid things. And that hurt my health. I got my little health bars, these red blocks up here. But it's really a pretty cool game. That's a potion up there I miss. I'm going to click my homing pigeons. Oh my gosh. I am such a bad player. Who was the first lawyer hired by Nintendo of America? I don't know. Let's try Jeremy Ralphs. Darn, I'm just failing on these. But yeah, so the storyline is that you're a princess and you get sent back in time. You got to fight your way to the front again, basically, and upgrade yourself over time. So I'll show you some of these upgrades. I guess I'll just... Oh my gosh. I am like the worst type of player you can get. The real first name of Captain Falcon of the F-Series. Let's go with... It's not Ryu or Falcon. Let's try Hiroshi or Douglas. Let's try Douglas. There we go, I won 50 coins. Alright, let's get some upgrades, because we can. Let's get some extra toughness. Want to jump a little bit higher, too. What's this? I can drift down instead, double jump. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to get a couple extra things here, like I said, to kind of get some progress going. Alrighty. Let's see if we can do this now. If I still fail, guys, that just means that I'm a pretty terrible player. I was hoping that I can get out of the 8-bit world. I don't know how many levels it takes to get out. But this game is really fun. It's really addictive. I see it as kind of like a Subway Surfer Temple Run type thing, similar to other games I reviewed in the past, but it's really more of a unique take on it. Like, you don't really get to play as a princess normally. You normally are playing as a hero, and that's all you get to play as, and you know, you kind of get some upgrades every once in a while, but this is just, you know, perfect. Going back to, like I said, the Atari days. Most of you probably never even had an Atari if you're watching this, but it's still a really nice tribute to it. I think what I'm going to do is try to get past this level completely, and then I'll see if I can come back a little bit further in the level if I can get to any other genres at all. Otherwise, we'll just have to look at some pretty screenshots to see what those other ones are going to look like. So I'm going to cut away here, guys, and we'll come back as soon as I get past this level. Okay guys, well basically I tried getting to the end of that level and I failed terribly bad, so what we're going to do instead is we'll cut away in just a second to some screenshots that I have of some of the media for the game. Really nice looking stuff as you get going. I mean, even the pixel art is really well made. And like I said, it just kind of plays a tribute to like the old original Frogger or Pac-Man, and then as you go into, like, you know, Super Mario Brothers on NES, you know, as it's talking about right here, even Metroid and things like that too. So this one, I'm pretty damn sure I know the answer to that. The original Metroid was a woman, and you found that out at the end, and that was a pretty big upset that there was a heroine as the main character. That never really happened before in gaming. So we're going to go and pause the video again for a second, or pause recording I should say, and we'll pull up some media for you guys to look at for some of the other levels, and I'll be right back with you again. Okay guys, we're back again. So here's just a little bit of screenshots. I have just 2 or 3 different ones, maybe 4, some of the different eras. So this is that pixel art era when I was first starting off, as you can see in the video. And then this is kind of moving into the next era here. I believe this is the very next one, actually. And you can kind of see that some of the graphics are getting a little bit better now and everything. We're getting a little bit more pixels in there. It's kind of more like your 16-bit game. And then we have, you know, a little bit better here again. This is more like your Sega, or even, you know, maybe NES, a little bit more into Sega, where Sega had a little bit better graphics, if you guys didn't know. Just, didn't get as much support for third parties, and that's why Sega doesn't make consoles anymore. They only make some games like Sonic and stuff like that. But you know, it's getting a little bit better here. And then finally we have this last one here. I don't know if this is the very last era, but this is, you know, obviously your more modern type of game. You know, the icons down here on the bottom left are really nice. You know, the player looks really great. It's almost 3D, or I guess it is 3D actually. You can see a lot more of the detail that's inside of this as you're kind of getting back to the main place here. And I believe after every era, there's a boss fight. And if it's not necessarily every era, there's definitely boss fights in the game when you get to the end of the level. So it's kind of a cool thing too. It's like the old, it reminds me of like Metal Slug almost in a way, with the side scroller, where it's kind of a side scroller in the sense of like you can't just stop, as you saw when I failed quite a few times there. I got stuck on a wall and I got pushed off the side of the screen, so I died, or I fell down a pit and died. But like in Metal Slug, in a way though, where like you get to the end and there's that boss, so you can finally beat the level and move on to the next stage. So I really hope you guys can check it out. Remember, the game releases tomorrow, April 12th, on the App Store, completely free, iOS and Android. And I really hope you guys can check it out. Look at the links in the description to check out the website for the game as well. Maybe check out some of their other games at Stratum Games. And we'll see you guys a little bit later then. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you did. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my video today, guys. Make sure you check out the last indie preview I did on The Beast, as well as the other one on History of a Demon Girl. Also check out Stanley Parable, SimCity, and South Park Stick of Truth, my ongoing Let's Plays. Subscribe for more content, and we'll see you next time.